Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Michael Sanders, Coordinator of Social and Digital Media here at Limestone College, and we're excited that you could join us for tonight's virtual awards ceremony. We've got a lot of action going on tonight between all of our teams that have a bunch of MVP awards to give off and a bunch of specialty awards as well. But we're going to kick off the night with the president of Limestone College, Dr. Daryl Parker, to introduce the night.
Welcome to the 2020 Limestone Athletics Virtual Award Ceremony. We're very happy to be able to recognize your accomplishments during the 1920 athletic season. And by recognizing your accomplishments, I want to be sure to include both your accomplishments on the field and your accomplishments in the classroom. We've got to do it a little differently this year because of circumstances beyond our control, so we're doing the virtual ceremony. We're not able to feed you a good dinner, so have a good dinner and watch the ceremony wherever you are on your own together. You make the entire college proud with what you accomplish. That's why ceremonies like this are important. And over the coming years, they're going to become more important because as we transition to Limestone University, as we move to the South Atlantic Conference, we want to continue to put our emphasis on your excellence as students and as athletes. Welcome to the ceremony. Let's get started.
Hi, and welcome to tonight's awards show. My name is Ernest Myers. I am the Assistant Athletic Director for Media Relations. I'm going to turn it over now to Haley Martin, who will be presenting our Heart of the Saint Award, and Dawn Rands, who will be presenting the Murphy Osborne finalist.
Good evening, Limestone. My name is Haley Martin. I am the Senior Woman Administrator and the Head Cheerleading Coach. I am excited to present for the first time ever the Heart of a Saint Community Service Award. This year, our student athletes totaled nearly 2,600 hours of community service with a $66,000 economic impact. A few initiatives that we completed this year was the Limestone Cares, Stop Hunger Now, LC Squared program, and we also participated in the MLK Day of Service. We're very excited about our community service project, and we hope to continue that and grow that program as well. This year's Community Service Heart of a Saint Award goes to the Limestone men's lacrosse team. Congratulations, guys.
The Murphy Osborne Scholar Athlete Award is a Conference Carolina Outstanding Senior Student Athlete Award. Student athletes are nominated by their institution based on their academic, athletic, and service accomplishments. To be eligible for this award, the student athlete must be a graduating senior. They must have a minimum cumulative GPA of 3.25. They must be a full-time student with at least 2 years at the member institution, and they must be a starter or an important substitute in the conference sport. This year's recipient of the Murphy Osborne Scholar Athlete Award goes to Lexi Allen.
Hello everyone, I'm Jordan Perry, Coordinator of Media Relations. It's my pleasure to now send it over to Michaela Soper with Acrobatics and Tumbling for the MVP, followed by Jessica Mulhern with Field Hockey.
Hey ladies, this year was definitely one to remember. This was only our second season ever as a program at Limestone College, and we had some amazing accomplishments that I'd like to recognize. First off, we started the season ranked 10th in the coaches' preseason poll. As a team, we set a standard, maintained it, and surpassed it this year. With that goal in mind, we ended up setting and breaking our own season record. We had the opportunity to host the #1 nationally ranked team, Baylor University, and ended up with a few heat wins. We also set a program high against Erskine College and ended up with a winning record for this year. We were not only successful on the mat, but also in the classroom, landing 14 student athletes on the NCATA Academic Honor Roll. We would not have been as successful this year without every single athlete putting forth their best effort and embracing every challenge that came their way. This team is truly a pleasure to coach, and every athlete deserves recognition. One athlete in particular really put Limestone College and the Acrobatics and Tumbling team on the map. She was the second ever biweekly award winner for the Conference Carolinas and also received the honor of NCATA Specialist of the Week. She has been a driving force behind the success this year, and I would like to award Jessica Rubo as our MVP for the 2019-2020 season. I can't wait to have everyone back on campus and finish what we started. We have some unfinished business to attend to. I can't wait to continue to make history with you guys as we start NCAA emerging sports status and come back to the campus as Limestone University in the fall. HYS.
Hi, I'm Jess Mulhern. I'm the head field hockey coach, and we're excited to wrap up our 2019-2020 school year. Fall 2020 for the field hockey team was super exciting as we captured our second consecutive South Atlantic Conference Carolinas title. Myself and Coach Callie are so proud of the team for battling through some difficult challenges throughout the season and still being able to bring home the trophy back to the Rock. Congratulations to our 5 seniors, Cam Felch, Mirlyn DeGraff, Carlota Carminas, Rachel Bliss, and Kate Remley on a wonderful 4 years. We're going to miss you all very much. This year's team most valuable player is Kate Remley. Kate has been on our leadership council all 4 years. She's been a team captain for the past 3 years. She was a 2-time All-American, a former conference rookie of the year, player of the year, 4-time All-Conference, 4-time on the national academic squad, and tons more accolades. Kate, congratulations. You're very deserving of this award, and we're elated to name you the most valuable player. Thank you to our team for just another wonderful year. We miss you all very much, and we cannot wait to be back out on the field with you again soon. I'm thankful for each and every one of you and the heart that you pour into our program. Stay safe and keep grinding.
I will be presenting the Athletic Training Student of the Year Award to Patrick Sigmund. He was a student athletic trainer during his junior year. He did a great job clinically. He worked with so many different sports, including men's and women's basketball, track and field, cross country, and golf. He got all his hours in with the ups and downs of student life and athletic injuries. So congratulations, Patrick. You did great this year.
And now we're going to take over to Eric Alsop, our head men's soccer coach, who will be presenting that team's MVP. And then Corey Fox will come in behind him to present the women's basketball team MVP, followed by the Molly Williams Pride, Hustle, and Desire Award.
Yes, this was certainly one of our more challenging seasons we've had in a long time. And we started out this season 2-5 after our first 7 matches. Luckily, we had a resilient group of players led by our amazing senior class, and we were able to turn things around at the midpoint. We started our comeback with probably the biggest highlight of the season, where we defeated nationally ranked Young Harris for the first time in program history. After that, we went unbeaten for 7 of the next 8 matches, and we finished out the regular season ranked 5th in the conference. After redeeming ourselves against Barton and then beating Chowan in the conference semifinals, we faced off against Erskine College for the conference championship. We ended up playing the finals down a man for over 70 minutes before beating them with an exciting overtime golden goal, giving us our 6th overall conference tournament championship and our 7th consecutive trip to the national tournament. I'd have to say that one of the biggest strengths of this year's team was our defensive mindset and our willingness to not concede goals. We finished the season with the #1 defense in the conference and the 3rd best goals against average in program history. Our defense was led by this year's MVP, who not only led by example on and off the field, but he organized our defense all season long. This year's most valuable player for men's soccer is Sebastian Marks. Congratulations, Basti, and congratulations to all of our seniors. We'll certainly miss you next year.
I want to thank our team for a heck of a season and really proud of our year. Disappointed, obviously, we didn't get a finish at the NCAA tournament, but our season was a tremendous success, and a couple of the highlights were a big victory over Lander at home. Quinn Bird had 27 in an outstanding performance, and then another regular season game, non-conference game that was really big was the triple overtime victory at Newberry with tons of exciting plays and tremendous finished by both teams, and we were lucky to come out on top on that one. And then obviously winning the NCAA conference tournament, beating Belmont Abbey and beating Barton at Wofford was the outstanding finish to the season. And our MVP is Shakina Bimpa. She had a tremendous year, gave great effort, great skill throughout the course of the season, and was a no doubt MVP for us, and first team all conference player, and her heart and desire all year was tremendous. for our team. Again, congratulations, Shaq, and we're proud of you. A very proud award we had, the Molly Williams Award. Our winner is Shakina Bimpa, and she demonstrates those pride, hustle, desire moments throughout the whole season, our whole 2 years here, and we are very, very excited to honor Shaq with the Molly Williams Award winner.
Thanks, Corey. That's such an amazing award to win every year. Now we're going to head over to our head cheerleading coach, Haley Martin, followed by our women's cross-country head coach, Court Scaglio, before we move over to Adam Rands, who will present this year's Les Gregory Citizenship Award.
Unfortunately, this year, our Limestone College cheerleading team was unable to attend our competitions due to the coronavirus. However, we did have a very good season for the game day program, and we were also able to make history at NCAA College Cheer Camp back during the summer when we earned our program's first ever gold paid bid to compete in the NCAA College Cheerleading National Championship. This year, our team MVP is an outstanding leader on and off the mat. This person always has a team first mentality, is always pushing to improve in all aspects, and really had a paramount effect on our overall team this year. So I am pleased and proud to award Mario Blocker, who is a freshman team member, with our team MVP.
On the women's side, our MVP comes to us from the tennis team, Caroline. Caroline had a tremendous season. This was her first season with the Saints, and she had a huge impact as our #1 runner throughout the year. So I'd like to congratulate both our MVPs and our team, and I look forward to continued success in the upcoming season. Go Saints!
Good evening. I'm Adam Rands, Assistant Athletic Director for Sports Health, and I'm happy to announce the Les Gregory Citizenship Award winner. The Les Gregory Citizenship Award is given in memory of former Limestone athletic trainer Les Gregory to remember his honor, integrity, courage, and work ethic. This year's award winner is Olivia Chapman from the Limestone softball team. Olivia has an amazing work ethic, and everything that she's done, she's battled through injury and done amazing work on and off the field, and is a tremendous representative of Limestone College. Congratulations, Olivia.
We're now going to send it over to Alan Ferguson so he can announce the men's and women's tennis MVP awards, followed by Coach Bloomer, where he will announce the Tom Pettit Sportsmanship Award.
Welcome, Alan Ferguson, men's and women's tennis head coach here at Limestone. I just wanted to say a few things. The fall season for 2019-2020 for the men and women were outstanding in my eyes. The women had a great showing at the ITA Regional. We won about 60% of our first round matches and had 2 players get on into the quarters, and I was very excited about that moving into the spring. For the men, I had one individual who lost in the semifinals, Federico Garnier, who was a senior, and for the men, and I know that gave him a top 10 ranking in the region for the fall. So we had one of the strongest fall showings for 2019-20 season for both men and women that since I've been here at Limestone, and it was exciting. The spring season, as everybody knows, was cut short due to COVID-19, and we had played roughly for the women about 7 matches and the men right at 6. Only got in 1 conference match, and I thought very highly for what was going on, that the season the men were shortened a little bit, going in ranked #1 in the conference to defend their championship from last year. And the women, hopefully in my goal, I saw them possibly winning the championship or at least getting to the finals. Had a very strong team. But moving forward, was very pleased with all the athletes on the team, and it brings me now to the MVPs, which what this is all about. The MVP for the women is a young lady that came to Limestone 4 years ago, And I was excited to have her here, South Carolina native. And she was a walk-on when she first arrived at Limestone, and over the years earned a scholarship from her hard work, her dedication. And for those that don't know her, her name is Alexis Ramirez. We call her Maya, a great young lady who has worked so diligently and worked so hard at her tennis, and was never would put anybody aside on the team. And so I truly believe the award for her this year is very deserving for what she had to go through and what she persevered to be here. And I think it's an honor to have her be our MVP for the 2019-2020 year. Moving to the men, again, it was a tough decision, but I had so many seniors that were recognized by the conference, so it was a very difficult decision. And what really played into my decision for the men was really more off court and on court, and then the work ethic of this individual. Might be a shock for many of those on the team, but I think once they look back and understand my decision, that it's going to be something that this young man gave to the team the whole year and is still giving to the team this summer. But it's happy for me to announce that Wes Kaler was the MVP for the men's team in 2019-2020. And it's a great honor for him. I think Wes gave so much off the court, was always there on the court and working very hard and pushing everybody on the team to get better. So I can't say enough about those two individuals and wish them the best in their future. Wes, look forward to having you back and doing great things on the team. And Maya, only wish you the best in the future. And please don't be a stranger. Come see us anytime. You're part of our family. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Dennis Bloomer. I am currently the Senior Associate AD for Compliance here at Limestone College. I am here to present the Tom Pettit Sportsmanship Award. Tom was a really great guy. I had the pleasure of knowing Mr. Pettit back in the early days of athletics at Limestone College. Tom would always show up, watch the various games on campus. Whenever possible, he would actually jump on the bus with us and ride to certain basketball games or baseball games or whatever. Always a great guy, and always talked about the athletes, how hard they played, and how much he enjoyed watching an athlete play hard, make a tough play, but also help up the opponent and help up his other teammates in a good sportsmanship fashion. That's what Tom was all about. So in presenting the Tom Pettit Sportsmanship Award, I want to make the presentation to Brennan Strovink. Mr. Strovink, over his career at Limestone College, has done a fantastic job, had a number of injuries, so he's finished his career up as a first base coach, but what a super job he's done. Anytime you mention to anyone about Mr. Strovink's name on campus, says he's a great guy, hard worker, always very positive as he talks to individuals on campus or on the team. Just a really fun guy, just like Mr. Pettit used to be when Mr. Pettit was here also. So in closing, Mr. Strovink, wanted to wish you congratulations. Great job, great career, and you are the Tom Pettit Sportsmanship Award winner. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach Bloomer. And now we're going to turn it over to Chris Wiley, the head baseball coach, and he's going to present his team MVP. After him, Brian Turk, our head football coach, will present the football MVP. And then Jamie Caggiano, who is our local fire chief, will be presenting the Caggiano Memorial Scholarship Award.
This year's definitely been an interesting year, only getting to play almost half of our season. So it's kind of been eventful for everybody, not just the baseball world, but college athletics in general. But we're very fortunate to play what we've been able to play. I think we have 24, 25 games we got in. Had some good things, had some bad things. We're very, very young on the field, so we're very looking forward to everybody coming back. We had 13 seniors. 10 of which are coming back for the extra year this coming spring. So we're very excited about having them back with the incoming class. We're very excited about going into the SAC this year, competing for the SAC title. Little highlights from this past year. First win came from Francis Marion. In the last couple of years, we've done a very good job and played very well down at Francis Marion. Had some big key moments with some freshmen, especially early. And then, of course, our MVP for the year, Ben Huber, hit 421 for us this year. Has really kind of been a huge impact guy just as a sophomore this past year. So 2-year starter for us. Very excited about having him back. He has started throwing a little bit for us as well, so we're kind of looking forward to getting him on the mound a little more as well. But congratulations to Ben Huber, that's for sure. Tremendous year. He kind of leads our offense as a sophomore, which is very exciting for our coming future with having him back for 2 more years, possibly 3, just depends on how the draft works out for him. But very excited about having him back leading our offense again for the coming spring.
Hey, I'm Brian Turk. I'm the head football coach here at Limestone College. We are, sad that we can't do this in person, but we're excited for this opportunity to be able to have a chance to do this remotely. This past season was something that was a difficult start. We came off a 15-game losing streak, and getting into that UNC Pembroke game, there's a lot of times we thought we were pretty close. Getting to that UNC Pembroke game and finally breaking through and getting that first win in 15 games was an incredible feeling. And, you look at our season last year, there was a lot of really great learning moments and teaching moments. I could not have been more proud of the way our guys competed and bought into another head coach. It would have been really easy for people to look at a different place to go or look for a different reason to not work as hard as they did. But I could not be more proud of our young men. You look at our back-to-back games. You have UNC Pembroke as our first win of the season. Right after that, we play Catawba, and we have one of the best games in school history, 600 yards total offense, 50 points. It was probably one of my highlights of the season. My first game as the interim head coach, we had a tough time with Catawba. They kind of put it on us pretty good. It was nice to return the favor for us. It was a great memory. It was kind of a season of firsts, too. So you get a chance to beat Catawba, beat UNC Pembroke, and then we get our first win in school history in the month of November, which was important for us as a program. You always want to be, we talk about all the time as a team, you want to be finishing the season playing your best football. A lot of those games that we had losses down the stretch, we probably played our toughest of the season. You look at the Lenore-Ryan game, you look at the Carson-Newman game, coming back from a huge deficit, and then a tough loss against our in-state rival against Newberry. I am excited and chomping at the bit to get back out there with you guys next season, and I know that we're going to do some big things. Our team MVP is a guy on our team, a young man who has exemplified what we do on and off the field. He loves this school. He's very passionate about being here. He was my first signee, and when I first came here, and he and I have kind of been here in our same time together. But I am very proud of the man he's become. He's a first-generation college goer in his family, and he leads by example on our team. He is all in on what we do. He kind of personifies Limestone football. Last year, his stats, he had over 1,100 yards total offense, 10 touchdowns, played in every single game, and was a huge contributor to what we did week in and week out. He's the heart and soul of what we do offensively. Our team MVP is Jacoya Patton, and I could not be more proud to give him this honor.
Fire chief of the Gaffney Fire Department and the son of the late James Caggiano, my father, was an avid supporter and trustee of Limestone College. After his early passing away in 1982, my mother Carol established this scholarship in his memory and is awarded to the student athlete who exemplifies integrity, admirable character, and strong leadership. The winner must also be strong in the classroom by completing at least 80 credit hours and a minimum of 2.75 GPA. I'm proud to announce that the winner of the 2020 Caggiano Memorial Scholarship Award is Lexi Allen from the women's lacrosse team. Lexi recently graduated from Limestone College and will be returning next season after enrolling in the MBA program. She was a finalist for the Conference Murphy Osborne Award this year and served on the Women's Lacrosse Team Leadership Council and served as a team captain in the shortened 2020 season. Congratulations, Lexi Allen.
Thanks, Chief Caggiano. What a great award that we give out every year in memory of your late father. Now we'll head over to Brandy Green to talk about the women's wrestling program, their first year of competition. Then we'll head over to Kelly Revels to talk about the men's side of the wrestling program, before we head over to Vice President for Institutional Advancement, Kelly Curtis, to give out the Alumni of the Year Award.
So I'm Coach Brandy. I coach the women's wrestling program here. This was our very first season. We brought in 14 athletes to our program. These girls worked hard. This was a bunch of young ladies coming into a program that didn't exist yet, with dreams and hopes of what we told them we wanted, and most of our young ladies definitely took on what we expected as a Limestone athlete, working hard in the classroom, working hard in the community, and definitely working hard in the wrestling room, which was really exciting to see. We had obviously had a lot of firsts this year. Our first win of the season was Miss Amalani Latu winning her first match at the East Strasbourg Open, which was very exciting. Our first home match win was taken by Alex Martinez when we had our Golden Game against Life, a very exciting electric game that we had at home with some great support from our community here on campus. We also had our first athlete in the rankings this year with Isa Salgado at 191 that eventually moved down to 170 for nationals. So I was really excited to see all those firsts and all those milestones with our program. We're hoping to create quite a legacy as we move forward. We did excitingly have some National Wrestling Coaching Association Academic All-Americans this year. So we had 3 young ladies that were named in that in that section as well, with Haley Stevenson, Destiny Beltiera, and Caitlin Gilmore. So that was some exciting news to get here recently. We want to go ahead and talk a little bit about our most valuable athlete of the season. So with a lot of hard work and dedication, she put in extra time in the practice room. She put in extra time academically. She was definitely that athlete that you asked her to do something and she would always step up and be the first one to do it. She was good to her teammates, which for us as a program is extremely important, to be there to help our teammates grow. She just did some amazing things this season for us to put us on the map as a program with Limestone. She had 8 wins on the season, which is exciting because we had one extremely hard schedule. Most of the teams that we competed against this year were top 5 in the country with women's wrestling, and so we definitely had some challenges along the way, and she just pushed through that as well. She did lose out on the blood round at nationals, which is that one round before placing, but again pushed really hard as well. So we'd like to congratulate Isa Salgado on being Limestone Women's Wrestling first most valuable player.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Coach Revels with the wrestling team. I want to give you guys a quick recap of the year. I thought this year was a pretty good year for us. Went 11-4 during the dual season and 6-1 in conference. Had our first win over Newberry, conference rival, of course. And finished 3rd in the region. We also qualified 4 kids to nationals this year, with having 2 All-Americans. So now down to the MVP. This year, it came down to two candidates. John Berger, who had a phenomenal year, was an All-American. But our MVP this year was Matt Rudy. He's a 4-time national qualifier for, 3-time All-American, 4-time academic All-American, and has been a 4-time team captain for us. Phenomenal year, phenomenal record. Just a phenomenal career overall. He's done so many things for our program, and we couldn't thank him enough. But this year, I just want to say thank you, Matt Rudy. You're our MVP, and go Saints.
Good evening. My name is Kelly Curtis. I'm the Vice President for Institutional Advancement here at Limestone College, and it is my privilege to be with you this evening. Now in its 6th year, the Randy M. Hines Athletics Alumni of the Year Award recognizes a former Limestone student athlete who has given back their time and resources to support the betterment and continued success of Limestone athletics. This year's winner goes to Mr. Tony Walker. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Tony, on your Alumni of the Year Award. Now we're going to turn it over to Coach J.B. Clark, who will be presenting the Men's Lacrosse MVP and the Paul Casey Scholarship Award.
Good evening, Saints, and welcome to the award show. It's a little bit unusual this year, but
we're glad that we're having the opportunity to get in front of you. I'm J.B. Clark, the head men's lacrosse coach here at Limestone, and as you know, our spring season was cut very short. Disappointing for us as we felt like we probably had a very good team, a lot of talent, good chemistry, a great group of guys to work with. So it was disappointing to only play 5 games, but nonetheless, we had a lot of fun in our fall season and throughout the spring. Our season ended after a 4-1 record this year. Again, disappointing because I think we had a lot of talent, a lot of good chemistry. Disappointed to see where this group could have gone had we had a full season. Already looking forward to next year. Sad to see our 12 seniors leave us after a great career here at Limestone. We want to wish them all the best. Our MVP this year was truly our most valuable player. Not necessarily the guy that had all the accolades and all the points, all the goals, all the assists, but certainly our most valuable guy. Clark Walter is our MVP for the 2020 season because without Clark, there were many things that we wouldn't have been able to accomplish. Truly a guy you can put at just about any position, a guy you had to have on the field at either end, offensively or defensively, when the true time was very important. So Clark Walters, our MVP for the 2020 season. The 2020 winner of the Paul Casey Memorial Scholarship truly embodies all that Paul lived for, especially in his time here at Limestone College. The Paul Casey Memorial Scholarship goes to a men's lacrosse player who best exemplifies the values and ideas by which Paul led his life. Paul's goal was to build team unity with his leadership, enthusiasm, cooperative spirit, and unselfish service to the team. The 2020 winner of the Paul Casey Memorial Scholarship is Jake Krotzer. Jake is one of the most selfless people that I've ever met, a true leader, a great competitor, and most importantly, one of the best teammates I've ever been around. So Jake Krotzer is the winner of the Paul Casey Memorial Scholarship for 2020.
Thanks, Coach Clark. Now we'll head over to the women's soccer program and head coach Sam Holmes before heading over to the Diamond with head softball coach Amy Yates. And then we'll head back over to Vice President for Institutional Advancement Kelly Curtis, who will present this year's Super Saint Award.
Hi, I'm Sam Holmes, head women's soccer coach. Had a good season for the Saints. We went 10-9. It was probably one of the toughest schedules that we played out of conference and one of the most competitive conference schedules that we've played in the last few seasons here. We ended up finishing 4th in the conference, won a playoff game and made it to the final 4 of the conference tournament. Our MVP is Emma Hickson. She had a fantastic season, capping it off with all region honours. She played predominantly right back for us for the first 3 seasons, and we used her in several positions at right midfield, right back and up front in her last season, and did exceptionally well every time that we moved her around. She ended up scoring 10 goals for the season and was top goal scorer for the team. And played a pivotal part in the season for us. Congratulations, Emma. You're our MVP for the women's soccer team.
First, I want to say hello to all of our student athletes out there and commend you guys on sticking through all of COVID-19 and hanging in there during some really tough times. I want to say hey to all my girls, all of our young ladies on our team. We certainly miss you guys. Gaffney's not the same without you being around and seeing your smiling faces, coming by the office, popping in the locker room. So definitely miss you all. Unfortunately, our season was cut short. We never even got to start conference play. In the beginning of our season is always full of a lot of tough opponents. So we certainly took our licks and had our ups and downs at the beginning of the season. The best part was our last doubleheader was a big sweep over Coker, who is consistently in the regional tournament. So that was a really big win for us, a big overall team win. We had some great performances as we did throughout the season. So I'm really proud of the girls and the way they continued to fight throughout the first part of the season, and just wish I really could have got to see them further develop through conference play. I think they were just starting to hit their stride. Really grateful that our last practice was what it was. Our girls got out there, had a good time, a lot of laughs, a lot of smiles. It was nice weather. It was just a perfect day for our young ladies to be out on the ball field, so I'm glad we got to have that moment together. Big award that we have to give out today is our Team MVP award. This young lady was phenomenal. I was so proud of her and the season that she was having. Hate, of course, that it got cut short, but the season that she started off and that she put together for 20-plus games was phenomenal. She led our team in batting average, home runs, tied for RBIs, total bases, had a really good on-base percentage as well. But the stats you don't see was her leadership skills, her communication with the rest of our team. She just did a phenomenal job in all aspects. And then she had two big home runs for us, two big come-from-behind home runs that really incited some rallies. And that's what she was for us. She was a spark plug. She was definitely a team leader. So I'd like to congratulate Jordan Howe on being our team MVP this year. Jordan, you know I had to straighten my hair just for you to present this award, so thanks for that. But I hope that everybody's doing well and everybody continues to fight and hang in there and everybody finds some motivation to get back on the ball field or on the court or whatever your sport may be. We look forward to having everybody back on campus very, very soon.
The Saints Club was formed in 1972 to promote and provide financial assistance to the Limestone College Athletics Department. Shortly after its formation, members of the Board of Directors created the Super Saint Award to be presented to the person exemplifying dedication, support, and service to Limestone College athletics. This year's winner, I am happy to announce, is Mr. Sam Burns.
Thanks, Kelly. Next up, we're going to head over to head coach Scott Tucker for him to announce the women's lacrosse MVP, followed by Coach Lamb for him to announce the NSCA All-Americans.
Well, it was an unprecedented and trying season for all spring sports for coaches, athletes, and administrators. It certainly does not take away from some of the accomplishments the team had in 2020. The women's lacrosse team did finish 6-2 this year as we were looking to close out and shoot for that additional conference championship as in our last year at Conference Carolinas. Limestone Women's Lacrosse is pleased to announce, though, we have elected Julia Foster as our MVP. While we have a number of players that were off to a great start this season, the one thing that really stands out when evaluating our MVPs and honors is those hustle stats. And Julia really brought a lot of those to the table, grabbing 41 draw controls, 10 ground balls, and really showcase the statistics that really get us on offense and prevent us from being on defense. So certainly we put a lot of weight on those statistics rather than the points. But in addition to that, she did have 45 points. She was one of the leaders in Conference Carolinas. We would have loved to see how the season would have progressed if we made it through. But in addition to that, she was also a two-time Conference Carolinas Player of the Week. And we're certainly excited to see what 2021 is going to bring as we move into the new conference, the Southern Atlantic Conference, and we as the women's lacrosse staff certainly are already starting to prepare for the season and are really excited about the group coming back. And in particularly, we also want to thank Julia again for all her hard work, and obviously we want to congratulate her again on the MVP for Limestone Women's Lacrosse.
Hi, I'm Kurt Lamb. I'm the Assistant Athletic Director for Sports Performance here at Limestone College. The Strength and Conditioning All-American Athlete of the Year Award recognizes those student athletes whose athletic accomplishments reflect the dedication to strength and conditioning, as well as model the athletic department core values of integrity, leadership, community, and excellence. This year's awards recipients are Chloe Thomas, softball; Ben Gillard, men's basketball; Kendall Collins, men's lacrosse; Caitlin Rudy, acrobatics and tumbling; Vanessa Blas, women's volleyball; and Joseph Gregory, football.
Thanks, Coach Lamb. Now we'll head over to head men's and women's track and field coach Joe Wassing to award their MVPs. before turning it over to Assistant Athletic Director for Media Relations, Ernest Myers, to give out this year's Officer Dave Support Staff of the Year Award.
How's everybody doing? I'm Joe Wasink. I'm the men's and women's head track and field coach. As we all know, we didn't get to complete full season. We were able to do our indoor competitions, but we didn't even get a single outdoor competition, unfortunately. This year was filled with a number of great performances for us, personal bests and PRs throughout the year. Most notably, throughout the season, we had national qualifying marks in the 60 meters, the 400 meters, the 4x4, the 60-meter hurdles, and the triple jump. At our conference meet, our men finished second, women finished third, and there I feel like the guys and girls on our team did a great job of being competitive, having their best performances at the right time, being great teammates and supporting each other, while also being respectful of the others they were competing against. The MVP for our women's track and field team this year is Skylar Gadsden. She's our high point scorer for the Indoor Conference Championship, getting second place in the shot put and a fifth place performance in the weight throw, totaling up to 12 points. She's a leader, not only by example, but by action as well, with her involvement in the SAC Advisory Committee on campus. So this year's MVP again is Skylar Gadsden. Men's track and field MVP this year is Devin Parker. Devin is our school record holder in the weight throw and the shot put. At our conference meet this year, he won both of those events. Throughout the year, he'd broken his own school record in the weight throw multiple times, and with a stellar performance at our indoor conference this year, saving it for the last attempt, the last throw and shot put to go ahead and claim that second victory of the day. It was a great contribution to our team point-wise. Highest point scorer for the men's team this year was Devin with 20 points. So again, our men's MVP this year, Devin Parker.
Thanks, Joe. Now it's my pleasure to announce this year's Officer Dave Richardson Support Staff of the Year Award. This award goes to a Limestone staff member whose tireless dedication lifts Limestone's athletics to a level of success that is really unrivaled by anybody else in the region. This year's award winner is Tony Iliano. If you get a chance, please go by and see Tony and congratulate him on a wonderful job that he does keeping the equipment room buzzing all year long. Now we're going to send it over to Coach Zach Seifert for the men's and women's golf MVP awards.
I just want to talk a little bit about Levi Moody, who is going to be this year's MVP. Levi did a tremendous job for our men's program this year. I really saw a lot of growth in him as a person and in his game, especially coming around the springtime. I think he was really starting to kind of peak in the area of some really, really good golf. But he's been a great addition to our team, and obviously if you know Levi in his past, he's worked really hard to kind of get where he's at now. And I know his best golf is ahead of him, and I was super excited to see him get honorable mention All-American this year. And I couldn't be more proud to give MVP to Levi, and I look forward to the next few years that he has here with us, our team, and seeing how far he can go. I'm excited to announce Pilar Martinez Stevens as our MVP for our women's team. Pilar's come a long way. If you knew Pilar as a freshman at Cutter Creek, it's been such a pleasure to work with her. I'm stoked she's coming back for her final, what we call her COVID year, but she had a tremendous year again. Obviously, I think it could have been better coming off an amazing year, her junior year, and I know now she's hungrier than ever to get back and finish it off the right way and kind of leave her mark on this program. But she's already going to go down as the best player in program history, and just working with Pilar on a daily basis and laughing with her and talking with her has just been a blessing, and I'm super excited for her, and I'm really happy to let her have team MVP for the second straight year, I believe, and I know she's going to be looking forward to a third, so congrats, Pilar.
Appreciate that, Coach Seifert. Now, we're going to head over to head women's volleyball coach, Brandon Squares for the women's volleyball MVP, followed by Steve Benson with men's volleyball MVP. After that, we're going to head over to Mallory Gardner for the Student Athlete Advisory Committee Athlete of the Year.
Yeah, I just finished up my first year here at Limestone as the head basketball coach. We had a lot of ups and downs this year, but really had some bright spots. And of those bright spots, I think Ben Gallert, who was our team MVP for 2019-2020, was obviously the most bright. He was a freshman from Germany, and Ben just really worked every day, day in and day out, and embodied what I want in our program as far as unselfishness and handling himself the right way on and off the court with academics, with his social interaction, and just daily getting better as a basketball player. And I think as the year went on, it became pretty obvious his game had improved, and that was due to a lot of hard work by him, just putting in time, being in the gym, even the morning after games. I think one of the most vivid memories I have of Ben is we finished the season and had a tough season, and the next morning at 9 o'clock in the morning he was back in the gym. And it just tells you the kind of young man he is. He represents Limestone well, and he represents our program well. So I'm proud of Ben, and proud to announce that he is our MVP for 2019-2020. Thank you.
"2019 was a great year for the women's volleyball team, both on and off the court. We had some record-breaking wins, 2 Division I upsets against USC Upstate, and had a great conference season. The team came in with a goal of making it past the quarterfinals of the conference tournament, and they achieved that and a lot more. The team MVP this season, as voted on by all the players and myself, is Bailey Carpenter. Bailey voted first team all-conference, defensive player of the year in the Conference Carolinas. She was a game changer, impact player, most valuable player. And so we're very happy that she got those recognitions, and can't be thankful enough that she's on our side of the court. But congratulations to Bailey, and go Saints.
Hello, my name is Steve Benson, head men's volleyball coach at Limestone College. I want to go a brief review of our season. We were 13-5, on our way to our best season yet, 4th in the conference before the virus hit while we were on our spring break trip. Excited that we are bringing a lot of returners back. Disappointed that we did have to end the season, but excited to get back to school in the fall with the returning guys and our new guys. For the MVP this year, the student athlete, first and foremost, is a 4.0 student who has actually graduated a year early and going on to his master's program in his final year of eligibility and 4th year at Limestone. He led the team in kills, aces, and second in digs, and also served as a team captain the past 2 years. I am proud to give the MVP award to Francisco Salinger.
Student athletes have a voice in the NCAA through advisory committees on campus, in the conference level, and at the national level. The Student Athlete Advisory Committee Athlete of the Year Award is given to the SAC member who continually displays leadership, work ethic, and is a role model to other SAC members and athletes. This athlete has committed themselves to enhancing the mission of SAC on our campus and within our community. This individual has gone above and beyond to create and contribute to the success of SAC initiatives, student athlete representation, and create a positive student athlete community on campus. I am proud to announce that this year's Student Athlete Advisory Committee Athlete of the Year is Olivia Chapman.
Thanks, Mallory. What a great way to honor a group of students that's so impactful here on campus. Now we'll head back to the cross-country side of things with head coach Cord Scaglio. before moving on to the head dance coach, Ashley Gatto, as they award their team MVPs. And then we'll head back over to President Dr. Daryl Parker, who will award the highest team GPA award.
Cord Scagley here for Limestone Cross Country. I'm here to announce the MVPs and also recap our season. So to begin, we had a great season this year. Big season for the Saints. Had a lot of PRs, a lot of improvement on several courses, and a much better representation at conference. With that in mind, I'd like to announce our men's MVP. He was our leader throughout the season. He worked tirelessly to improve and set a new personal record this season. Our men's MVP this year is Tony Mabin Williams.
It's unfortunate that our season got cut short this year, but I would like to also commend the students who stuck it out with us till the end. Unfortunately, again, we were not able to perform or compete at the end of the year this year, but luckily we have a great incoming freshman class. I'm very, very hopeful that we will be able to compete again next year and hopefully win a national championship. But with all that being said, I would like to talk about our most valuable player or our most valuable dancer this year in this short stint that we had together. This is a person on our team who is always positive. She's always working really hard. She has just a zest for life, and being around her makes you want to be a better person. So this year's MVP goes to Courtney McLeod.
I believe it's incredibly important to celebrate your achievements on the field, but it's as equally important to recognize what you've done in the classroom. During my time at Limestone, I've seen some remarkable academic achievements by both our student athletes and our teams. It's my honor to present the first ever Limestone Athletic Team GPA Award. We had a total of 12 teams that finished the spring semester with a GPA of 3.0 or higher. But the team with the highest team GPA during the 1920 academic year was the women's tennis team with an overall GPA of 3.7. Congratulations to Coach Alan Ferguson and the student athletes on the women's tennis team for your outstanding work in the classroom. For the record, go Saints!
Now, the names you'll see rolling across your screen are for Limestone Athletics' new award, the Elite 27 Award, which will be presented by Coach Mike Serino.
Good evening. I'm Mike Serino, the Vice President of Intercollegiate Athletics here at Limestone. I hope that you've enjoyed tonight's amazing award ceremony, and we're looking forward to having you back on campus and resuming classes this fall. As you saw a few moments ago, we have introduced a new award this year, the Elite 27. This will recognize a student athlete with the highest overall GPA. From the list of the finalists that just scrolled across your screen, we selected one student athlete as the first Elite 27 award winner. However, I'm incredibly proud of the dedication by each one of our student athletes in the classroom this year. As you saw by some of the GPAs, we had a very close race for the Elite 27, with the eventual winner being decided by the number of credit hours completed. It is my honor to present Limestone Athletics Elite 27 Award to Sophia Lundquist from the women's soccer team. Sophia graduated with a perfect 4.0 and completed 136 credit hours after double majoring in business management and human resource management with a minor in psychology. Congratulations, Sophia, on a wonderful career on and off the field. We're going to miss you in the midfield next year.
Congratulations, Sophia. What a tremendous honor. Now we're going to kick it over to Kurt Lamb, who will present this year's President's Cup. And then Coach Mike Serino will wrap us up for the night.
The President's Cup was introduced in 2013 and is awarded each year, normally at the beginning of the academic school year, for the program that best supports the Division II model of balancing academic excellence, athletic achievement, and community engagement during the previous term. Limestone strives to provide a healthy environment that leads to student athletes' total and personal development. The scoring criteria for this award is based off of team academic performance, community service, athletic support, Golden Games attendance, compliance, and quality of competitive season. The finalists for this year's award in 2020 in no particular order were acrobatics and tumbling, men's lacrosse, softball, and women's volleyball. It is my honor to present the 2020 President's Cup Award to Coach Amy Yates in softball.
Thank you for joining us tonight for an amazing event. I want to personally thank all our award presenters tonight and our outstanding sports information staff and the work they've done this year. And especially congratulations to all our award winners. This past year has brought some unique challenges, but we're looking forward to having you, our student athletes, back on campus to begin competitions again this fall. We're excited about transitioning to Limestone University this summer and transitioning and competing against institutions next year in the South Atlantic Conference. We pray that you and your families stay safe this summer and know that we will overcome these unique challenges as Limestone's one nation. Thank you and stay strong.